presented to the Conference of the Parties in the high-level segment as a symbol of that public call for action. And I presented now to Achim Steiner, the head of UNEP, to take it to Copenhagen.
Thank you very much, Jim. One of the ideas behind this train, behind this orb, and behind much of what has happened over the last 2 years is that people across all walks of life, across all nations, have come together to try and make a deal in Copenhagen possible. And I think the beauty of this particular orb here is that inside it, as you just said, are not just gigabytes, but in fact are the hopes, the aspirations, the commitments of literally tens of millions of people. Our intention is to bring the voices of the people to Copenhagen, because this summit is not for one country, it is not even for a group of countries, it is for the people who cannot make the journey to Copenhagen to talk about their future and the consequence of the decisions in Copenhagen. And so this, in some ways, is a symbol for 6.5 billion people speaking to this summit. Thank you very much. And it is also a wonderful example of how NGOs, businesses and many organizations have joined together to bring these voices into one big, loud signal to the summit. Thank you. And our hosts?
Thank you for
carbon-free mobility, right?
Yes, exactly. Well, you just mentioned symbols, and of course this train is more than one symbol. It's a lot of symbols. First, it was organized by a multinational team, and I want to thank them again. 10 nationalities worked for this organization. It is crossing many countries, and you may know, of course, that there is another train which is arriving from Kyoto, well, from Vladivostok by rail through Siberia, through Moscow and to Copenhagen, showing that actually this flame of Kyoto is coming by rail to Copenhagen. Rail is not the only issue in transport. Transport is not the only issue in Copenhagen, but with this symbol, we really want to put on the table that rail can be really the backbone of a CO2-friendly politics in the 10 years to come. Thank you, and this is the symbol of it. It's not a Pandora box, it's a good symbol.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Achim, I would ask, if you're not a photographer or you don't have a